12 years, we will have, cultivated 1 million champions that will make 1 billion people happy as their own mission. Events are going to piss you off. It's just the truth. If you can manage to acknowledge your emotion and say, "Oh my God, I feel something. Am I angry? Is this anger? Is this what I'm feeling?" And then you take that feeling and you say to yourself, "Okay, interesting. I am angry. I need to do something about it." I will give you 3 steps. Okay? The beginner's level is ask yourself if what you're thinking is true. Your partner said something hurtful on Friday. Your thought is he or she doesn't love me anymore. Okay? Ask yourself if that thought is true. If it isn't, drop it. There's no point to be unhappy. If it is, then let's go to the black belt. Life is not supposed to be easy. You just understand that. Think of life as a video game. If it was easy, it would be boring like hell and you would learn nothing at all. Okay? Life is supposed to have a few difficulties on the way. But some battles are much harder for you than they are for me. And many battles don't even shake those who are at peace. Right? And the question is, how would you find that peace? How would you find that feeling of, it's okay, it's just another battle. It's just, I've won every other battle so far, and the ones that I've lost are the best thing that ever happened.
Long drives, start listening to podcasts on your long drives, I promise you. The podcast I just listened to now, for the second time actually, has changed my mindset again. It was extremely impactful on me, and it was called The Happiness Expert, and I'm sure a hell of a lot of people have already listened to it because it's probably a very popular podcast. Diary of the CEO, Stephen Bartlett. I love his podcast. So this one has to be my favourite, and I think it was actually the first podcast I ever listened to, and it's the reason I carried on listening to it. But I re-listened to it because I'm going... I keep my personal life personal all the time. But yeah, there was reasons for me to be slightly unhappy, but not a big deal, no sob story, can't be bothered for that. But yeah, so I listened to this and it just changed the way I think about things. It hasn't changed the way things happen, it hasn't changed what, it's just changed my perception on things. It's all about how happiness is, I'm just going to relay some of the information, I don't know if I get it right, just go and listen to it anyway, but you don't get sad at an event. This is what he said. You don't get sad at an event. An example he used is rain. You're not sad at the rain. You're sad at comparing your expectation of rain. Something like that. I'm butchering this a little bit, but for instance, a farmer that wants to water his crops, when it rains, he's happy. Whereas, someone who doesn't have a jacket or an umbrella, when it rains, they're sad. And the reason they're sad is because of the fact that the rain has got to them, it's made them wet, it's made them feel uncomfortable, it's made them cold. So they're sad about feeling uncomfortable and cold, not sad about the rain. And you're sad about the fact you didn't have an umbrella to prevent you from getting wet. That's a very, very short example. There's obviously so much more to it. I wanted to mention that in this, just to sort of give you a little message. To think about it, process it. If something makes you sad, ask yourself, why am I sad? How's it affected me? What can I change about it? Can I change it at all? I personally have been going through a big change. My message to you, if you're going through a big change, something like that, if you've been used to something for years and then it's changing, I know change is sometimes not the nicest thing, especially if you're going to miss it, but on to new experiences is a big thing. You never know what the new experiences could be. Sometimes you just need new experiences and you need to change things. So yeah, go and listen to that podcast whenever you're free. Why is my bedroom light on? I didn't turn it on. But on that note, I'm back in Loughborough.
you.